In this video, we're going to explore how you can use the array.shift command or the array.shift function in JavaScript. And this is basically a JavaScript tutorial for beginners. And understanding arrays and special commands related to the arrays is essential for if you are going to draw a chart in Chart.JS. Main reason for that is because Chart.js uses a lot of different array functions. And with them you can play around to draw the chart and to adjust the chart to your liking. So let's look at our situation here. We have this bootstrap template. It's a very basic bootstrap template. And here in our developer tab, nothing happens. And what we want to do is we want to create an array. And then once we click on shift array, we want to remove an item. So let me explain what is array shift. Array shift is basically removing the very first value of the array. So for example, you have an array with the value month, meaning you have multiple months in there: January, February, March, April, etc., etc. And what we want to do is we want to remove the first value, which is January. By pressing shift or using the array shift command, we can remove the very first value in the array. Alright, so let's start and explore how to do that. So the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to create an array. And our array will be a constant variable, and we will give it the name of month. And this is, as we're going to define now, our array will be January or Jan. Make sure you have quotation between here because this is a string value. Feb, comma, March. Now just put a capitalized Val, comma, April. Alright. And if we do type in now console.log and we put in the month, and we save this and refresh, as you can see now we have our array and we have 4 data points. It shows exactly what it is. And what we want to do is we want to remove the first data point here. Remember, arrays are zero-based counting, so that means that they start at zero-based, meaning that it starts at 0. So the first value of the array is January, which is equal to 0. Second one is number 1, which is Feb. Alright, so you have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it by, the moment we press on this, it will remove an item. So for that, to do that, we need to create an ID here. And then we say the following. We say here, we give it the value or an ID name. So remove item. And in here, we're going to create a constant equals, and then we say document dot get element by ID. Make sure you type it correctly. And then here we just put in the ID name, that is this ID. So basically we want to create a trigger, but to do that we need to communicate with JavaScript first. And what we're going to do is here we will say remove item dot at event listener. So the reason why we're doing that is we're going to now connect it to what? So what happens if we click this button here, or basically this button here? Well, very simple. Or how do we want to trigger it? By click. So the moment customers or a user clicks on it, then we want to trigger a function. So we say here, what is the function name? Let's say remove value. Alright. So once we got that, semicolon. This here is a variable, so do not adjust this with a string value, because here in function we will get remove value, and then we put it in here, and then we have to put in the brackets, or sorry, the semicolon and the curly braces. Make sure you put them in there. And in here, basically, we'll indicate what we want to do. We want to do shift. So we say here, the month dot shift. Then we can do it like that. There you are. And the moment we do that, and then we say console.log month, we should now see an adjustment. So if you click on this, you see nothing happens. But if you click on it, no, it still maintains. It means that I need to put in this one here. Refresh, and then if you click on it, as you can see, now it starts to remove This is basically how it works, and as you keep on pressing on, eventually it becomes 0 at all because there's no more values available. So this is the way how you can imagine that if you want to remove certain values or you want to zoom in on certain values in a chart, you can remove the beginning or end values to the certain date or certain amount of values you want to display. And this can be very, very useful together with different functions as unshift and others that I have as well in different videos. So if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. And if you have a question regarding to this, put them in the comment section below. And if you're interested to learn Chart.JS based on your knowledge that you have now and even go deeper in Chart.JS, check out my Udemy course in the description box.